wrong with that. I agree with that. I don't know. Yeah, it's important to me that we're good on defense and we're explosive on offense. Do those two lend themselves? They can. They do for us. I mean, we have what I think is a very explosive offense. We keep up with those numbers, and we've been very explosive on offense. At one point, we were leading the SEC in differential. So it's not about how explosive you are. It's about how more explosive you are than the team you're playing. And our differential throughout the year has been the greatest. So we don't give up as many, and we get a good bit. So if you can be one in both categories, you're elite. But if you can be high in one and high in defense, then you're going to have a better chance of winning games. You can't give up a ton of them and get a ton of them and be good. But I don't think the two have to coexist. I think you can merge that. And the way you go about it, I think there's some teams that are explosive that maybe sacrifice defensively. We'll never do that because we have to be able to play defense in our league. You will never get to important games if you don't play good defense.
Officiating in all three areas, roughing the passer, targeting, passing interference. Liking what you're seeing?
Yeah, I think there's times to look at that, and I'm very process oriented where it's like, okay, we're going to play the season, we're going to go back and review it just like we do. How did we play third down? How did we do on offense and short yards and goal line? You do the same thing in officiating. And fortunately, I'm on a committee that gets to sit in Indianapolis for 2 days in a room full of people and officials, and we analyze that. There's a time and place for that. So how do I stand on it right now? I'd rather evaluate it when I'm in a vacuum and able to look at it without saying right now, because I only know my league. And I think the SEC does an incredible job of officiating, and I got a lot of respect for the job they do. It's easy to sit back on Twitter and Instagram and talk about officials until you've gone out there and done it, and you got to make split-second decisions. And I think they do a phenomenal job of self-critiquing so they get it right. But it's not easy.